Welcome to Hope for Everybody, a channel that exists to highlight people and places that are all about providing hope to people in need. Check out today's episode.
Thank you for joining us on Hope for Everybody. Hope for Everybody is a channel that helps highlight people and places that are helping provide hope for everybody. And I am joined with Lacey Larsen.
Hi.
From the Dallas News.
Yep, from the Dallas Morning News, dallasnews.com.
dallasnews.com. How long have you been with the Dallas News?
I've been with the company since 2011.
That is awesome.
Yeah, I love it. It's definitely a work family for me.
This is a little bit different. Normally, we're highlighting specific nonprofit organizations that are helping provide hope for everybody. But Lacey has a very interesting role. She is now over a segment of the Dallas News that is specifically designed for nonprofits. If you're a nonprofit and you know that I am the founder and operator of Hope Prison Ministries, a nonprofit organization, besides Hope for Everybody, the company that this channel is for, we also operate Hope Prison Ministries. And if you're a nonprofit like me, one of the greatest challenges that you face is getting donors, getting awareness out about what you're doing, and getting donors to give to your organization. The reason I brought Lacey on this channel this afternoon is not that I'm trying to pitch you. I don't get a commission or a kickback, as far as I know, aside from the promise Lacey gave me that advertising is free for the rest of our lives because of what we're doing here this afternoon. Just kidding. Aside from that, we're here because, believe it or not, and I'm not exaggerating when I tell you this, we have spent thousands of dollars on radio advertising. We have spent thousands of dollars in online advertising. And so far, to date, the only thing that has ever worked for us has been print. Print and the online version of the Dallas News or the Star Telegram. The newspapers have been incredibly effective for us. Lacey is now over a division of the Dallas News. She might do other things, but she's helping introduce this new division of the Dallas News that is specifically designed for nonprofits. And because I know the challenges that nonprofits face in acquiring new donors, I asked her to join us this afternoon so that she can tell you about this incredible product. So, Lacey, it's all yours.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Tell us about the new product.
Yeah, great intro. Thank you. So as Chandler was saying, we got caught in a conversation a couple weeks ago. I know you said you had run an ad with us before, but where you really saw the bang in fundraising was an article that was written, and it went out on dallasnews.com. It was printed in the paper, and you saw a huge uptick in donations for that. And the program that we're putting together this year for nonprofits specifically is geared toward them sort of creating this awareness of people within the community that show, based on their online habits, everything we do online is tracked. So we know how to reach these people. We know that they're giving to nonprofits. We know that they're consuming content about stories like what your guys' organization is doing. They have a special place in their heart for giving back to nonprofits. So we have the audience there that this resonates with. They have the disposable income, so they do actively give. But what's sort of the missing link is what we've created. And it's a hub opportunity for nonprofits to, we generate content, we write stories specific to whether it's a story about someone that you guys helped, or if it's, we have some that we're talking to about volunteers that have really changed the face of their organization, or whatever the story is behind what is so impactful about your nonprofit. We're writing those stories with you, and then we're housing those on the hub. We're also pushing them out on dallasnews.com. They're thought leadership stories. It's a strategic way that we are placing your message of your nonprofit in front of people that have the money and the heart to give. So in the past, I think this is I want to say it's my fourth year to work on the Giving Day in general initiative, building up, helping nonprofits find these donors and help them with their fundraising efforts. So every year I try to approach it a little differently. I love finding nonprofits that need help with that, because I mean, it's intimidating, it's scary. Most don't know where to start. Most think advertising is just this huge expense. And there's just so many things that you can do with it. So every year I try to add my outreach to more and more nonprofits. And so this year, I'm on a mission to start a lot earlier and let people know about this new opportunity. We print a special section every year that will run in September. We're going to do that again. It's always really successful. It runs to our Dallas Morning News subscribers and online, dallasnews.com. We'll still do that in September. But the bigger picture here is this hub, the site that we're offering that will be driving donor potentials there to stories about the nonprofits featured in it that are participating. It will also allow people to take a quiz that helps them find a nonprofit that aligns with where their heart is. I feel like this is such a great opportunity, and I'm so happy that you wanted me to come out here and share the word. But yeah, I mean, I would just encourage any of you guys that if you haven't explored advertising, or if you have, but you haven't quite found what works for you, the thought leadership approach and the stories, like we're talking about, the content opportunity is really a unique opportunity, because it's one thing to be out on the internet surfing and to get targeted by an ad, but it's another thing when it's a paying subscriber. They know that what is being put in front of them is genuine content. It's legitimate. So there's clout behind that, and there's so much momentum that can be found whenever you put a message like that in front of the right audience, which you're a testament to. But yeah, we're excited this year about the opportunity. The hub actually launches in July, so next month. It will continue to grow as we get closer to the giving months ahead of us, but it will live out there. It's not just going to be up for the time frame between now and Giving Day. It'll be out there, and we'll be perpetually updating it with nonprofits throughout the year that want to feature events that they're out in the community, or looking for volunteers, or building houses in the community. They want to let people know that they're looking for people that could come out and help with their organization. And then, of course, driving donations.
So let's explain this just a little bit for those of you who may not be familiar with the terminology. Think of the hub as a section of the dallasnews.com. So picture dallasnews.com/nonprofit hub. It's going to be called something else. It may be a different address, but you get the idea. dallasnews.com/nonprofit hub. So in that section are going to be a collection of nonprofit organizations, and the Dallas News is going to be driving traffic to that section all year long. They're going to be people who are looking for particular stories. At this point, I have to tell our story. We were a drowning nonprofit. We were struggling beyond imagination. Still are to a point. But in God's providence, one of our donors said, "Hey, we're going to get an article for you in the paper." And I'll be honest with you, I'm a modern guy. I kind of laughed and said, it might make a difference if anybody read the paper. But in God's providence, as she said, everything we do is tracked.
Absolutely.
The gentleman's phone knew he was interested in jail and prison ministry. So when he looked at his phone that day, the very first thing he saw was our full-page article that had been written by a paper. That led to certainly our most significant donor, who has given just an untold amount of money over the last several years, that has made it possible for us to do what we're doing today. From the newspaper, I just never, ever would have imagined. Everybody says, put your money into online, put your money into this, but it came from the newspaper. Now, yet granted, it was the digital version, but it was still the newspaper. And I'm just going to say again, historically, the newspaper's where it's been. Every significant donation that we've received, for the most part, has come as a direct result of a newspaper article. Now, we do have another donor that came to us another way, but for the most part, it's the newspaper that has generated literally hundreds of thousands of dollars for our organization.
Yeah, that's such an impactful story that you shared with us. And yeah, definitely worth noting. I mean, yes, you're right. So many people think the newspaper's dead, and that's not true. They're just, people consume their media in so many different ways now. And through all of our outlets, we have ways to reach all those people that are specific to who you want to reach, who every nonprofit wants to reach. So that's really the important part here, is putting that article in front of the right person, because it only takes one, it takes two, but it takes someone that that resonates with to make an impact with them. And you would see, you see the bounty of it afterward.
Now, you're probably wondering what's it cost. And the good news is the Dallas News has literally every price point under the sun. Okay. So you can spend a little bit of money, you can spend a lot of money. It's not cheap. It's not the least expensive form of advertising out there, to be sure, but it definitely, for nonprofit organizations, let me tell you, can be the most effective form of advertising you will do, the most bang for your buck. Largely because the audience that you're targeting, we know, are the older audience with disposable income, people who have charitable interests. That's the audience of the newspaper. That's the audience of the Dallas News.
Yeah.
So when we wrap this video, we're going to put Lacey's name and number in headlines on this video, and we're going to provide a link, an email. Can we provide your email?
Absolutely. Yeah.
We'll provide her email in the description on the video. Click that link, email Lacey, and ask her, what can my nonprofit do to generate more interest in what we're doing, to create more awareness? That's what you do with the newspaper. That's what you do with any form of advertising you do. You create awareness, and by God's grace, you raise donations. But you start with creating awareness, letting people know what you do. We are ever grateful for the exposure that we've received from your paper and others. And Lacey, thank you for taking time to be with us today.
Yeah. Thank you so much for having me.
You.
Yes. And yes, to his point, don't worry about thinking that the investment is not right for you. We have something for everyone. So just reach out. Let's have a conversation and see, if we have a solution that would help you guys reach your goals, just like his story here. So thank you again for sharing that. And thank you for having me.
Absolutely. The hub will be live in July.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll learn more about it then, I'm sure. But for right now, we're going to post this video because I want every nonprofit watching to make a call, to call Lacey and talk to her so that you can get your nonprofit in the new hub that they're launching. I think it's going to be incredibly powerful for you. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Hope for Everybody.
Thank you.